Hi, and welcome to Math 152. This is the hybrid class, so that means that we will meet once a week, and then most of your learning is actually going to be taking place online. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you a couple of things over here in Blackboard to help you get started. I know classes actually started yesterday, and show you where to find a few things. Okay, so first of all, when you log in to Blackboard, you're going to come to the Getting Started page. Now this is only going to happen until our census date has passed. And once that's passed, then when you log into Blackboard, you'll come to the announcements. All right, there's some things over here in Getting Started that you need to do. Okay. First of all, you'll notice there's a video posted here that talks to you about working in ALEKS, and it's going to be how to navigate it and everything, so you should probably watch that. If you have any questions about ALEKS, you can click on this. It takes you to a link that's got some videos in there about how to work ALEKS and what you need to do and so forth. Also in here, the enrollment verification quiz. I think this is an option for us because we actually do meet face-to-face on Mondays, so take it, don't take it, you know, it's not going to count against your grade either way. As long as I can physically see you in class and you turn stuff in online, you will be counted as being present for the class. There's a link down here to the syllabus. I also have a link to it over here on the side. They'll both take you to it. If you click on it, then it's going to take you to this page right here, and notice the first thing you see is the syllabus. There's two of them there. There's a Word document and a PDF, and I put both of them because I don't know about y'all, but in the past I've had problems with Word documents when I tried to print them out. They didn't print some of the characters and letters and whatnot and the way that it was supposed to, and I find that if I do it as a PDF, when I print it out, it looks like what it's supposed to look like. All right, once you've read over the syllabus, and we'll talk more about this in class on Monday, notice that down here underneath there's a little section that says Mark Reviewed. So once we've gone over the syllabus, or once you've read it and you're okay with it, you just need to come down here and click on it, and notice it changes and says Reviewed. So I'm keeping track of this, and we're doing this instead of the student acknowledgement form down here, so you do not need to print this out and bring it to class with you. As long as you click this box right here, it's the same thing as if you were to fill this form out and bring it in, okay? All right. Next thing we want to look at, let's see, we were in the Getting Started section over here. There's directions on how to click the Mark Reviewed box. Right here, this is a link into ALEKS. Now I know when you pay for your class, you got your ALEKS code and it said that your teacher needs to give you one as well. I don't, because it's set up in such a way that once you click on the link here in my Blackboard and go over to the ALEKS website, you're automatically enrolled in my class. So we don't need to deal with the codes. They've taken care of that for us, which is really nice. This is the initial knowledge check. Please have this done before we get to class on Monday. It would be really helpful. It's, I think, about 25 questions, and they're all statistics related. Just check and see what you know and what you don't. It's okay. If you don't know them all, it's okay. You're not expected to know how to do them all. If you could, you probably don't belong in this class. So don't even worry about it if you don't get a good grade on it, okay? What it's doing, ALEKS, the software, is creating a learning plan specifically for you as the student, and it's doing it on an individual basis there. So you may not have the same learning plan as a friend that you have who's taking the same class, and so y'all can have two very different experiences in the class and hopefully learn everything that needs to be learned before the class is over with. But anyhow, so in this knowledge check, you do have the option to click I don't know if you literally do not know how to do a problem, and that's okay. Just don't open it up and click I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know for all the questions, because the ALEKS software, like I said, is creating a learning plan for you, and if you don't know how to do everything that's in those 25 questions, then you're going to have a large learning bank worth of problems to do, and we don't want to do that. There is a section in there called the pie. This is where this learning bank, I think, is stored of all the things that you need to work on. And so Alex is keeping track of the things that you know, the things that you've learned, and the things that you've mastered. And every once in a while, Alex will throw in a question here and there from something we've done previously that you've already mastered or that you've already learned. And you need to answer it and hopefully get it right. Because if you don't get it right, then Alex is going to throw in 3 more questions along that same line and ask you, and you're going to have to get those correct. And if you don't, then it's going to throw 3 more at you for every one that you get wrong. So it does grow very quickly. So let's, always try to do your best in Alex. Okay, so as far as the knowledge check is concerned, do your best. Don't expect to get 100. It's okay. This is not going to count against you at all as far as your grade is concerned. This is just, like I said, for Alex to set up an individual learning plan for you. Okay, and once that's done and your pie is set up, you're always going to have some work to be doing in your pie. Now, pie is just practice work. I'm not exactly sure what that acronym stands for, but it's just practice work. There are 4 grades that say Alex Pie, and they're due. I can't remember. You can see what they are, though, over in the Alex program when they're due. You can look on the calendar. But those are not going to count against you. They're not going to count for you in your grade for the class here. All I'm looking for are the homework grades from Alex. Again, the pie is your practice, so do your best on it. And every week, part of your assignment is going to be to work in your Alex Pie, because I want you to keep up. Because honestly, if you get behind in it, it builds up very quickly. And if you get behind, Alex can lock you out of future homework assignments. We don't want that. On the other end of that, though, if you do really well in your Alex Pie, Alex can not excuse you, but it can keep you from having to do future homeworks. So you won't be exempted from them. You will have 100 on them because you have already mastered the material. So the pie can work for you or against you. It just depends on how you bide your time. And then the last thing down here is the introductions. If you click on that, it'll take you over to our discussion board. And doesn't look like anybody's here yet. So you would want to create a thread, and here are the directions here. Tell us your name, your program of study, and then ask a get to know you question for your classmates to answer. All right. And the discussion board is actually here for you, and you're going to need to be working on it every week. Okay. We will have a discussion in here. I think I have 14 discussion board assignments. So I do want you to come in here, and I do want you to work on the discussion board. You post a thread, and then once you've posted a thread, you can go back and you can see what everybody else has posted. Okay. All right, over here on the side, we've got the enrollment verification quiz. We already talked about that. Take it or don't. The announcements, this is where you're going to be able to see when you log in for the first time after our census date, anything that I want to announce to the entire class, I will post it here. And a lot of the time, I will send it directly to your email as well, so you'll know that there's an announcement there. Here's another link to the syllabus. If you want to know how to get to your e-text, your textbook online, you're going to click on this. That brings us to the e-text initiative for Johnston Community College. While we're doing this, it turns out it does a few things. Among them, it saves money, and it saves your back because you got one less book to carry around. If you want to opt out and you want to own your own textbook, you are certainly welcome to do that. Here's our opt-out statement. Here's the form that you need to fill out, and you're going to have to turn it in. And you have until 5 o'clock on the 19th, 18th, or the 19th. I can't remember which, but the date is in here. It is in here. And so you'll need to be very aware of that if you want to opt out. I mean, really, I've been told that if you opt out of the textbook, it's going to be very difficult to complete the ALEKS work. And so we probably shouldn't do that. But if you do want a textbook, you can always buy the paper copy, which you can buy through ALEKS, and it's just $25. And that's a lot less expensive than if you try to do it on Barnes & Noble or something like that. They're going to charge you a lot more for the actual book. All right, next thing on here, why do we use an e-text? I already told you a couple of things. It saves you back, it saves you some money. Where's my textbook located? You can click on this video right here. You'll need to fast forward to minute 5:23, and it will tell you how to find your textbook. It is actually located inside the ALEKS software, so you'll just need to click on the ALEKS link. Or you can click on this link right here, which will take you over to ALEKS, and follow these directions right here, and that will take you directly to your textbook. All right, and finally on here, we have a link to some ALEKS support. I have 2 or 3 of these on this website, and so you can use any of the 3 of them. This one gives you, as you can see, business hours. You'll notice they're open Sunday through Saturday. You can email them. Of course, that's always 24 hours. You can call them. They do have a fax number down here. Not a whole lot of people do those any longer. And they are really, really good about getting back to you. So if you're working on your homework and stuff and you have an issue with ALEKS and can't do it, email me. Let me know something's going on. Don't stop there because I can't fix it. So once you let me know there's an issue, then you need to contact these people at ALEKS and let them know that there's an issue and see if they can help you with it. Like I said, they're really, really good about getting back to you pretty quickly. So problems are usually rectified within 24 hours. Okay, once we have done all this in the e-text, we come down here. The next thing, we've got our course schedule. And up here, you can print a copy of it if you want to. You don't have to because it is over in Blackboard. This is proposed. It is tentative, and I will try and stay as close to this as I absolutely possibly can. You'll notice we have our tests located on here, the days that JCC is closed. Also on here, one of them happens to be a lab day. We will not have a lab in class that day. We will probably have a lab online that will be due that week, though, to make up for that. During this first week, our weeks are going to run from Thursday to Wednesday. I know that we meet on Mondays, but because the semester started on Thursday, our week's going to run from Thursday to Wednesday. Any online work that you do is going to be due Wednesday by 11:59. The labs will be due on Mondays. They will be due on the days that they are done in class. So we'll hand them out in class, you'll do it, and then you'll turn it in. If you don't turn it in class, then you'll need to turn it in online. And a lot of times there'll be an Excel portion of it that you'll have to turn in online. But again, you can probably get that done in class and turn it in online before you leave class that day. We'll see. Notice for week 1, we've got all of chapter 1, and we've got one section in 2.2 here, or one section in chapter 2. Try and get that section read so you're familiar with it, because that's what our first lab is going to be about. You can see it's graphical displays. And so that's what's in section 2 there. And so try and have that one read. Of course, go back and do the chapter 1 stuff as well, but, you know, make sure that before we meet on Monday, you've got this chapter 2 section read and that you're pretty familiar with it. Okay. All right. Next, we've got my instructor, and this is me over here. I put a nice little picture on here. This is my husband and I. We're at the Grand Canyon. That was our fall break trip last year, and a birthday present for me. Over here is my email. This is one place that it's located inside this Blackboard. The phone number down here actually goes to the USET office. It goes to Terry Hill. Now, if you need to get a hold of me, call that number and leave a message with her, and then she will contact me and let me know that you're trying to find me. This is because I don't actually have an office over on campus, and so if you can't reach me via email, or if you need to reach me right now, you can call Terry Hill, and then she can find me. She'll email me, but she'll find me, and then I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And then, of course, down here, this is just a little bit about me and my family. All right, next we have our weekly assignments. And you can see your week 1 assignments have already been posted. This is a rundown of everything we're going to try and get taken care of during week 1. Right here, these 5 things, these are the 5 graded assignments you're going to have this week. So by Wednesday next week, all of this needs to be completed. Actually, because this is week 1, this is not going to be due until the following Wednesday. So I think that's the 28th. And that's because this is the first week and people are still going through the drop ad. And so, you know, for people who are getting started late, we're going to let week 1 and week 2 both be due on the 28th there. All right. In here, in each one of these sections, you open them up, you'll notice the learning objectives are there. They're printed in your textbook as well. The PowerPoints are right here, and then the video shows the examples from the PowerPoint being worked. Okay, so they all kind of go together there. All right. The next link will take you to ALEKS, and there is a video for you showing you how to use ALEKS and everything, so I'm not going to go through that. You can watch that video. Just remember that when you click on that link and it brings you to the page that has our textbook on it right here, you do have 2 options. Do not do Connect Math. We are not doing Connect Math. We are doing ALEKS, so be sure you click on that. And then when you click on that, it will take you either to the very beginning, because you haven't been in there yet, and it'll show you the tutorial and then make you do the knowledge check. Or if you've already done all that, then it should take you straight to your homework or your PI. Just know there is always something over in ALEKS to work on. Even if you've completed the homework, you can be working on problems in your ALEKS PI. And again, the PI, remember, that's just practice stuff. Okay, the discussion boards, they're right here, and you already clicked on the link, and oh, look, some of y'all have been in here. Okay, it looks like 4 people have been in there, so fantastic. And so you've got a discussion board that's going to be due this week as well, or actually next week, and this is on sampling, so this is on chapter 1. Please remember you're going to go in here, be kind to one another, be respectful to one another, and every week, with one exception, you'll be required to respond to at least 2 of your classmates, and that will be part of your grade. So, you know, that's 25 points. If you respond to 1 classmate, that's only a 75. So be sure you respond to at least 2. You can respond to more than 2 if you want to, but respond to at least 2. Another thing is that these questions are graded by me for accuracy. So not all of them. Some of them are actually opinion type things, and as long as you can back it up, it's okay. But some of them actually ask you to do some calculations, and if you do those incorrectly, I'm going to take off points for that. So if that happens to you, because when you click on it, you're creating your own thread and you can't see anything else. Okay, you work the problem, let's say you did something wrong. Well, once you submit your thread, you can see everybody else. And if you see somebody else's problem and that they showed you how you should have worked the problem, then you can go back to your original post and say, okay, now I see this is the way that I should have done it. And then you won't have to lose any points on there. And this is one way that y'all can help one another as far as doing this, the exercises. Okay. Also, try not to just say the same not random things, but the same, honestly, lame things. You know, oh, I got the same answer as you. Good post. I mean, you know, put some thought into what you tell your classmates. Okay. Give them something meaty that they can dig into there, you know, something that would actually be helpful to them. Because just telling them that, oh, I got the same answer doesn't really help out, other than to let them know that you both might have done the same problem incorrectly. Okay, so give them something to think about when you respond to them. All right, next on here we got the learning resources. There's not a whole lot in here at the moment. I will probably be adding stuff as the semester goes on. The first thing is the statistical tables, which we won't be doing anything with probably till about chapter 6. This one, though, you're going to need, though, how to scan and save your work as a PDF, because anything you turn in on Blackboard, which is going to be most everything for this class, you're going to need to scan it and save it as a PDF so that you can upload it into Blackboard. And this is one way to do it. This is not the only way to do it, so there are other ways, and they are totally acceptable. As long as, when I get it on my end, I can read it, okay? So be sure before you submit stuff to Blackboard, you open up your PDFs or whatever and make sure that you can read it on your end, because if you can't see it on your end, I'm not going to be able to see it on my end either. And if your pictures are sideways, you know, rotate them for me, okay? Because it's not fun to open up a bunch of documents and have, you know, half of them that are on a 90-degree rotation and I'm looking at them, you know, sideways there. That's not comfortable on my neck there. So again, if it's rotated in your end, it's going to be rotated on my end. So please put it right. Okay, let's see, the ALEKS support. This is another place where you can find some ALEKS help in case you're stuck. You click on that link. It's going to bring you here. And customer service or tech support, there's your hours of operation right there. Again, there's a phone number, or you can submit a support request. Remember, ALEKS is pretty good about getting back to you very quickly. All right, next. If you need any help with your Blackboard, this will take you to Jolt. And then, of course, the tools area. Your grades are here. The email, okay? If you want to contact me via email, please use your JCC email, because anything that comes from your personal email account, I am not technically supposed to open. Okay, so if you send me something via Gmail or Roadrunner or, you know, any of those other email, whatever they're called, domains, I'm really not supposed to open those up. So be sure you go through your JCC email when you try and contact me. Okay. All right, let's see. Then we can purchase the course materials down here, and then, of course, the course evaluations will be at the end of the semester. So I am looking forward to working with all of y'all, and I can't wait to meet you on Monday when we will talk a little bit more about some of this stuff and do our first lab. And I totally wish each and every one of you good luck with this first semester. And I'll see you on Monday.